it's Tetri, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a thumbnail. This is my thumbnail tutorial. Basically, all you need to do, first things first, is download paint.net. I'll leave a link in the description. Then click, when you've installed it, go to make a new file and go to image, resize, and do 720p, which is 1280 by 720, like that. Hit enter. Once you've done that, you don't need the thumbnail to be the same size as your video, like 4K or 1080p, whatever, like a high resolution, because you're not going to be seeing your thumbnail in a large place. It's just going to be pretty small in most circumstances. Then what you want to do is go online, and as you can see, I've selected this image. Just go into Google Images. I've done like blue grunge background, and you get something like this. Click, right click on it, copy image, go to your paint.net and Control V, and make sure you keep canvas size if something is a bit bigger than your normal canvas size. I'm going to zoom out and just go like that, and just try to get it as good as I can. So like, oh nope, like that. So once you've done that, go into Effects, Blurs, Gaussian blur, and add a tiny bit of Gaussian blur to that, and it just blurs the background so it looks a lot nicer, so you can see your text better. Click on the text tool and make a big font, and then select like Super Justice, which is a cool cartoon font, and I'll leave a link to datfont.com. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, I just had to interrupt here. I had to restart this because my voice kept on like that. So yeah, that's what happened, and I had to reshoot this part of the video. Okay, so let's get right back into it. So what you want to do, add a new layer, then go to text tool, then click here, then make sure you're using a cool font like Super Justice. Of course, I linked that font in the description. I'll use 144 as my text size, and of course, thumbnail tutorial. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put an enter in there so it's like that. Make sure you select center align. Now what you want to do is go off that and select outside this and add all of these, the parts inside. So the because you know, like an O isn't just a big box that is shaped like a circle, it's got a center part. So then what you want to do is hold the control button and click I. Once you've done that, create a new layer down here. Make sure you don't deselect this. Then what you want to do is go onto gradient, and I choose a racial gradient, so I just use black for my purpose right now. It will go like that, so white will be on the outside. But I'm going from light blue to a darker blue. So just drag from the center out. Once you've got your preferred, how far you want your gradient to go, because you know you can make it huge, or you can just make it to the edge. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, as you can see, there's white behind it. This is why I created it on a new layer, because if you delete the layer below it, as you see, there's no white. So what we're going to do is click delete layer. Make sure you have layer 2 selected, or whichever one has a white writing on. Once you've done that, go here and click effects, object, drop shadow. Once you've done this, I'm going to do a black drop shadow. Click OK. Once you have done this, that's basically that part done. Now create a new layer and put it in between your background and layer 3. And what you want to do is go onto effects and go to where is it? Render, and you can either do bars, which will do something like that, or you can do effect render, and what I like doing is a light rays, and this looks pretty cool. Click OK. And as you can see, it's rendering all of those light rays. Now, as you can see, you can't see the background, but what you want to do, just click properties and make sure you selected the layer that is has this part on, and then do layer 3 and do multiply, which does this, or you can do overlay. Choose whichever one you want, and then you can change the opacity to whatever you want. I'm going to change it to around, so it's nice and bright. Okay, now you can see that. Now I'm going to add some otters to my thumbnail, and then make sure at the end, be as specific as you can, but at the end always put PNG. And of course something like this will pop up. So just copy image, right click copy, and create a new layer. And you can put it behind there, but as you can see, the otter will be affected by those blue rays. We don't really want that, so just make sure this new layer is above those light rays or whatever you put there, and then Control V, and as you can see, there's our cute little otter. And what you can do is just adjust what it's looking like, so it's like looking at the thumbnail. Once you've done that, all you need to do now is go back onto this layer, click duplicate layer, and now you have the same layer. So see, if I turn that layer off and on, it doesn't do anything to it. Now go image and flip, go to layers, and then flip horizontal. Make sure you don't go to image, because that will flip the whole image horizontal. So now you have two otters like this. Now what you want to do is just merge those two layers together. Now it looks a bit like this. I'm going to go back onto the internet or your browser of choice and search CPNG. And this one looks pretty good. So as you can see, the C is sort of fading off into the background there. Copy image, right click copy image, and then create a new layer. This can be below this, but I'd rather put it on top. Make sure it's below your otters and below your thumbnail tutorial. And then you have this, and you can just stretch it across, and then you have some otters in the sea, and they're looking at that. And of course you can add some stones, or and of course make sure that's a PNG. But yeah, anyway, once you've done that, create a new layer underneath your over the top of your sea and underneath your otters. I mean, you're not all gonna have the same image. Oh, I didn't realize that's not a PNG. Oh no, what do I do? What to do? Maybe the first one's a PNG. Nope. Are you a PNG? I mean, grass doesn't really go in water, doesn't it? Oh well. I'm just gonna select this one and paste it in. And if you do get something like this, all you need to do is, of course, use a magic wand, select around it, and make sure it's a white background, otherwise this won't work that well. And there you go. Now it's a PNG basically, and then you can just select that and go like this, and maybe tilt it a bit. So now your otter's sitting on a rock. And of course you can do the same thing. Duplicate layer, layers, flip horizontal, boom! Now there you go. But anyway, and then what you want to do is go to your otters and effects, or whatever your image is, drop shadow, and then you can change drop shadow. I'm going to do a white drop shadow, so they look really nice. And then of course merge any layers that if you've done like this too, like the otters, and then go effects, of course, and repeat shadow blur, or the shadow thing. And there you go. That's basically it. Have fun creating more thumbnails, and of course I'll leave all the links in the description. Please like, comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.